Recording is in progress. Let's see. Have a cooler like that. Nothing about this is going to look cool. I don't know. I guess, well, I say I don't know why I've got my headset on. It's not like I'm listening to anything. I guess I was when I was testing stuff. Still trying to get stuff ironed out. Well, welcome to the abandoned cockpit. Haven't said it in so long I can't say it. Welcome to the abandoned cockpit. And no doubt, if you have ever listened to us before, you have noticed that lately the cockpit has indeed been abandoned. Well, I do want to apologize for that. Struggling to open a beer. Pseudo soup. Oh, that disappeared. That's weird when it happens. Clearly, my background is the real background, but I digress. Incidentally, this is my first beer. I'm just a bit tired. Had a bit of a day. Good day. Just damn. It's like I don't know how to pour a beer. It's awful. But it gives me time to talk. So, got the Rudolph thing going on. Must have scratched my nose. Honestly, we should do makeup on this show. It'd make us look a little better. This thing makes my head look freaking huge. Yeah, I'm by myself. As far as the show goes, I did invite the other two guys, so we'll see if they're up and alive and awake. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, the day was busy. Just running around. It's Saturday. There's always lots to do. So the reason that I was apologizing was that we've been so busy, all three of us. Just busy with work. Dane and I both have new jobs, and I guess the biggest issue is scheduling. I work second shift, 3 to 11. Dane works first shift, early shift, like, I don't know, 5 to something. Maybe he has to get up at 5. Yeah, that's probably it. And Luke, he works a little bit more regular hours. I don't know, 9 to 5, something like that. But I know he's been working his balls off too. So I think both him and Dane are doing about 60 hours a week, maybe. Or at least that's what they tell me. Me, I'm pretty well at 40 hours, but yeah, I get off work at 11, get home at 11:30, and those guys have to get up early the next day, and it just doesn't work out. And the weekends, they've been backed up. So I know you guys are all adults. We don't have kids watch this show. It's way too boring for kids. So everybody knows what it's like to have a busy schedule. And it's an excuse. It is. I hope you appreciate that I've tried to put out a few episodes myself. I know they're not terribly exciting. This is case in point right here. So, but I thought, got to keep it rolling. What was that? That was like a ghost. Looked like Mickey Mouse, like passed right through my body. So, but we are still serious about the podcast. And it's too bad that we can't just do this for the living, for a living, for the living, for the living, for the dead, for the living. I need to get drunk so whenever I talk and I sound stupid, I have a little bit of an excuse. A little bit. My microphone interferes with my my whisker dam. Okay, so the background's not real, but the beer is. I know it disappeared there for a second, but now I know Dane gives me shit about this. And I'm not sure if we've brought it up on the podcast, but this is basically the adult beard mustache version of a sippy cup attachment. So it's called a whisker dam or a Mogard. I think Mogard might be the brand, but there's different grooves, so it fits different cup sizes. It's awesome. I like it. I never knew that I liked the weird inventions and gadgets until my dad told me that like out of the 3 kids, that I was the gadget guy. And like, I always thought Hagen was the gadget kid. But yeah, I definitely buy just absolutely stupid stuff that serves like one use. And sometimes they work really cool and sometimes they don't. I'm looking around trying to find something. Uh, and my desk is littered with all sorts of stuff, including disposable cameras that I have to use up. Oh, well, I just dropped it, so maybe I don't need to now. Oh, I disappeared. This is let's see. It says to develop by 2009. So Luke knows that I like to use those. They're kind of like a time capsule thing. I don't know if I can even get them developed anymore. Oh, they're fun though. Anyways, yeah, the whisker dam, it's great. And otherwise, I'm just constantly brushing beer or whatever it is I'm drinking out of my mustache, and that's gross. That's annoying. So that's why I've got that. Uh, I didn't come prepared with any notes for this. I just wanted to apologize for our absence. Absence, not abscess. Absence. Abs. Oh shit! What was that word? Hold, please. Okay. So I couldn't remember. I know that I screenshotted it because I wanted to talk about it, or it was something that interested me, and just trying to say the word absence and saying a word over and over again. Semantic satiation is a psychological phenomenon in which repetition causes a word or phrase to temporarily lose meaning for the listener, who then perceives the speech as repeated meaningless sounds. And not just the meaning or comprehension of a word, but I do remember in college, in a theater class, our our teacher, he had a lesson that was basically about the F word, and it was a good point. It wasn't really it wasn't to be vulgar. It was actually to show that you can use words or situations or ideas to shock or maybe just take your audience by surprise, or your reader or your listener or whatever. And so we're sitting there, 30 of us college kids, and the professor is up front there, and he just looks at us and goes, fuck. And it was just kind of like, what did he just say? Did he just say that? And then he just kept saying it over and over again, just repeating himself. Fuck, 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 fuck. And like eventually the point of it was, and he yeah, the point of it was just to say that if you use something like that too much, it loses impact, it loses meaning, loses any kind of shock value. And I think he told it in such a way that one of his teachers had done the same thing, decades before, and it was like a little old lady that you just wouldn't think would say something like that. And of course, the first time she said it was just, oh my God, like, what did she say? But then after the 30th time, it was like loses any meaning whatsoever. So I thought it was an interesting lesson that stuck with me. And there's something to be said about overuse of swearing anyways. Generally doesn't make you sound like an intelligent person. Ugh. Oh, excuse me, burping. And I've definitely tried to curtail my swearing. However, my last couple uh employment opportunities have subjected me to a little more swearing environment. Not a very eloquent way to put it, but prior to factory work and production work, I was working in the clinic with the public up front on the phone with a bunch of ladies, and I don't know. We're adults, so I think swearing would happen, and it was just it was what it was, but it wasn't overused. And now in my last couple of jobs, I work with a bunch of dirty old dudes that swear a lot. So um unfortunately I bring that home sometimes. And I think other people can probably relate to that. It's weird switching gears from, hanging out with the boys to talking with the wife and the kids and blah blah blah. And usually I'm pretty good at it, but sometimes I let it slip, and I'm good at getting upset with myself or objects. So I've never been one to swear at people really. Uh, but if I stub my toe, yeah, yeah, I'll say things that probably don't need to say out loud. And trouble is that right now, baby, the baby, she doesn't talk. Whoa, where'd I go? There I am. Whoa, where'd I go? It's an awesome magic trick. Uh, Baby doesn't talk. Uh, she's not comprehending what I'm saying necessarily, but I realize that I need to act like she can, because her first word doesn't need to be fuck. Because if it was, that would be shocking. It would be just as shocking if she said it 30 times in a row. So, semantic satiation, I don't think would work in the case of the baby. But it is weird how the mind plays tricks on you. And when you start to say a word over and over again, it sounds weird. You might still know what it means, but uh, the English language is weird, and at any rate. But uh, and it's weird how different people say words differently. I think bowl is a word that my brothers and I say differently, which is a stupid thing to notice. But I know that bowl. See, I'm doing it again. It's just it's weird how people say things differently, and then you get accents thrown in there. How uh, I don't know a lot of people from the South, but sister-in-law is from the South, and I don't know, she's got a little bit of an accent, but we've been around people from the South, having her in the family now, um, and I think the I's, the letter I, is not the same, and I can't remember. It was probably Hagen. He picks up on stuff like that pretty easy, but I think he was trying to get her to pass him, um, like the knife. Whoa, try that again. I forget that you can't see things behind me. The knife, and or maybe she was asking for the knaf, and I'm over exaggerating. She doesn't sound that crazy, but the knaf. What's the knaf? Oh, the knife. So I don't know. I was talking to my dad about it. I was like, that's so weird how, they say it wrong or something, people from the South. And my dad was like, how do you know they say it wrong? I'm like, I don't know. I guess I was assuming that we were saying it correctly, because I feel like people from Iowa don't have much of an accent compared to way up north, way down south, even to the east or the west. Like, I feel like it's pretty vanilla. Go figure in Iowa. Um, However, coming back to the eyes, uh, I think the other thing that confused us was whenever she asked us for the ass cream or something, asked us if we wanted ass cream, and it was like, no, I don't want ass cream. Oh, ice cream. Again, exaggerating it. Jesse, you don't sound like that. Not that thick, but it's a funny thing. And you got the Brits, you got freaking people from Massachusetts and Canadians, then foreigners that um, English is their second language. English is my first language and I can barely speak it. So kudos to those that try to speak it as a second language. That's pretty cool. And I know that people can make fun. I know I'm just kind of looking off because I don't know what to look at. I'm looking at myself, but it's kind of like when people make fun of fat people at the gym. It's not nice to make fun of fat people, but like, why would you make fun of someone in that situation? Like, obviously, we've all seen the gym fail videos. There are some people at the gym that are doing things very incorrectly and strangely, and just there's some weird stuff going on. But if you're just making somebody that's out of shape for being at for being at the gym or something, like that's what they're trying to fix. That, like, you should encourage that. You shouldn't be making fun of that. That's like the opposite. Like that's the craziest thing. So um I'm sure there's people that make fun of non-native English, not native non-native speaking English. I can't even say it. Second language. What am I trying to say? English as a second language people. People that speak English as a second language. Fuck. Because they might sound a little strange, they're not gonna know all the vernacular or you know, just the ins and outs of everyday casual conversation English necessarily. But if they're trying, like, give them the goddamn benefit of the doubt. Like, that's pretty awesome that they're trying. So I guess that's all I've got for this this short episode. But we're back. We're back. Even if it's gonna be, I'm gonna try to convince Dane and Luke to record together if I can't be there because I'm working late. Like, that's fine. But we need to start cranking out the content. We know that. We've been slacking, which is easy to do. But we'll get back on the horse and start putting out the episodes, whether they're shit or not. It might be. So buckle up. You're in store for something. That's for sure. Thanks for joining. We'll see you again soon.